aren't just smashing atoms at Cern, they're smashing time.
Look at the data. The future isn't linear anymore, it's bleeding into now. They're warping reality to erase us before we even exist. They know I'm...
Deep beneath the border of France and Switzerland, the world's most powerful machine hums with energy that could power a small city. The Large Hadron Collider at Cern smashes particles together at nearly the speed of light, recreating conditions that existed moments after the Big Bang. But some scientists fear that Cern isn't just studying the fundamental nature of reality, it's actively changing it. They believe the collider could be tearing holes in the fabric of space-time itself, opening doorways to dimensions we were never meant to access. And the evidence suggests they might already have succeeded. The European Organization for Nuclear Research, known as Cern, operates the largest and most powerful particle accelerator in the world. The Large Hadron Collider, or LHC, is a 17-mile underground ring where protons are accelerated to 99.991% the speed of light before being smashed together. The official purpose is to study fundamental particles and forces, seeking answers to questions about the nature of matter, energy, and the universe itself. Cern has made remarkable discoveries, including the Higgs boson in 2012. But the energies involved are staggering. Each collision generates temperatures 100,000 times hotter than the core of the Sun. The magnetic fields are 100,000 times stronger than Earth's magnetic field. We're talking about forces that haven't existed since the first moments of the universe. Dr. Stephen Hawking, before his death, warned that the Higgs boson could become unstable at very high energies, potentially causing a catastrophic vacuum decay that would destroy the universe. But that's not the only concern. Some physicists believe the LHC could create microscopic black holes, wormholes, or even tears in the dimensional fabric of reality itself. Dr. Mikio Kaku, a theoretical physicist, has stated, "When you're dealing with energies this extreme, you're entering territory where the normal rules of physics might not apply. We could be opening doorways to dimensions we don't understand." The dimensional portal theory isn't just science fiction speculation. It's based on legitimate physics concepts that Cern scientists themselves have discussed. String theory suggests that our universe has more than the 4 dimensions we experience, possibly as many as 11 dimensions. Most of these extra dimensions are compactified, or curled up so small we can't detect them. But at the extreme energies generated by the LHC, some physicists believe these extra dimensions could become accessible. Dr. Lisa Randall of Harvard University has proposed that gravity might leak into these extra dimensions, which could explain why gravity is so much weaker than other fundamental forces. In 2015, Cern scientists published a paper discussing the theoretical possibility of creating extra-dimensional portals through high-energy collisions. While they framed it as purely theoretical, the fact that they're seriously considering such possibilities is significant. Dr. Sergio Bertolucci, former director for research at Cern, made a startling statement in 2009. "Out of this door might come something, or we might send something through it." When pressed about what he meant, Bertolucci clarified that he was referring to the possibility of detecting or accessing extra dimensions. But his choice of words, door, was telling. Strange phenomena have been reported at Cern since the LHC began operations. In 2009, a bird allegedly dropped a piece of bread onto critical electrical equipment, causing a significant malfunction. Some researchers jokingly suggested the bird was sent from the future to prevent a dangerous experiment. But the joke took on a more serious tone when theoretical physicists Holger Nielsen and Masao Ninomiya published a paper suggesting that the Higgs boson might be sabotaging itself from the future to prevent its own discovery. In 2015, Cern's official social media accounts posted images and videos that appeared to show strange phenomena: unusual cloud formations above the facility, unexplained lights, and what some interpreted as portal-like openings in the sky. Cern later claimed these were either natural phenomena or hoaxes, but the images sparked intense speculation about what was really happening at the facility. Perhaps most disturbing are the reports from Cern employees themselves. Several scientists have anonymously reported experiencing temporal anomalies, brief periods where time seemed to slow down or speed up during high-energy experiments. One physicist, speaking on condition of anonymity, described an incident during a 2016 experiment. The collision data showed impossible results. Particles appeared to be arriving at detectors before they were created. We ran the experiment multiple times with the same results before the data was classified. Another researcher reported seeing shadow figures in the tunnels during late-night shifts, humanoid shapes that appeared to move independently of any physical presence. Security cameras allegedly captured some of these incidents before the footage was confiscated. The Mandela effect, the phenomenon where large groups of people remember events differently than recorded history, has been linked by some researchers to Cern's experiments. The theory suggests that high-energy particle collisions might be causing reality to shift between parallel dimensions, creating inconsistencies in collective memory. Proponents point to the timing of many reported Mandela effects, which seem to correlate with major Cern experiments. The 2012 discovery of the Higgs boson, in particular, coincided with a surge in reports of reality inconsistencies. Dr. Fiona Broom, who coined the term Mandela effect, has suggested that Cern's experiments might be merging timelines, or allowing information to bleed through from parallel realities. More concerning are the reports of dimensional intrusions, entities or phenomena that don't belong to our reality appearing near the Cern facility. In 2016, a video surfaced allegedly showing a ritual being performed at Cern, with participants wearing robes and appearing to sacrifice a human figure. Cern dismissed it as a prank by employees, but the incident raised questions about what other activities might be taking place at the facility. Local residents near Cern have reported increased paranormal activity since the LHC began operations. UFO sightings, unexplained electromagnetic phenomena, and encounters with beings that don't appear entirely human have all been documented in the area. The scientific community is divided on the dimensional portal theory. Mainstream physicists argue that while the LHC operates at high energies, they're still far below the Planck scale, where dimensional effects would become significant. Dr. Brian Cox, a particle physicist and former Cern researcher, states, "The energies we're dealing with, while extreme by human standards, are actually quite modest compared to cosmic ray collisions that happen naturally in Earth's atmosphere every day." However, other scientists point out that the LHC creates sustained, controlled conditions that don't occur naturally. The concentrated energy and precise timing of collisions could potentially create effects that random cosmic ray impacts cannot. Dr. Walter Wagner, a nuclear physicist, has repeatedly warned about the potential dangers of Cern's experiments. He's filed lawsuits attempting to halt operations, arguing that the risks of creating stable black holes or dimensional rifts haven't been adequately studied. "We're conducting experiments that could fundamentally alter the nature of reality," Wagner argues. "The fact that we don't fully understand the consequences doesn't mean we should proceed blindly." Cern's own safety assessments acknowledge theoretical risks, but conclude they're negligible. However, critics point out that these assessments are based on current understanding of physics, understanding that could be incomplete or incorrect. If Cern is indeed opening portals to other dimensions, the implications are staggering. We could be inadvertently inviting contact with entities from parallel realities, alternate versions of ourselves, or beings from dimensions with entirely different physical laws. Some researchers suggest that advanced civilizations might use dimensional portals for travel or communication. If Cern has created such openings, we might have announced our presence to intelligences we're not prepared to encounter. The timing of Cern's major experiments has coincided with increases in global instability, natural disasters, and social upheaval. While correlation doesn't prove causation, some researchers wonder if manipulating the fundamental structure of reality might have unintended consequences. Dr. Anthony Patch, who studies Cern's activities, suggests, "When you're tearing holes in space-time, you're not just affecting the local area, you're potentially destabilizing the entire fabric of reality across multiple dimensions. Cern continues to push the boundaries of human knowledge, planning even more powerful experiments for the future. The high-luminosity LHC upgrade will increase collision rates by a factor of 10, generating energies that dwarf current capabilities. Whether these experiments will unlock the secrets of the universe or accidentally unleash forces beyond our control remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: we're conducting experiments that our ancestors would have considered godlike in their scope and power. The next time you hear about a breakthrough at Cern, remember that we're not just studying reality, we might be actively reshaping it. And if the dimensional portal theory is correct, we may have already opened doors that can never be closed. The question isn't whether we can open portals to other dimensions. The question is whether we should, and whether it might already be too late to stop.